Alright, if you ever watched one of these episodes to the end, they usually sign off saying the same thing. If you just like hearing somebody bullshit about heavy metal, hit the subscribe button. And that's exactly what a video like this is. I'm just bullshitting about something metal related. In this case, two bands that if I were a parent, which I'm not, probably never will be, and I'm okay with that, but two bands I wouldn't let my kids listen to early on. Now I know these days it's damn near impossible to keep anyone really from listening to certain music because of the access that everybody has, but regardless, if it were possible. First, I'll tell you a few bands I would let my kids listen to. Cannibal Corpse or any other kind of gore metal. That shit's just so over the top that it's like, who actually takes it seriously? Plus, how the hell can you even understand what they're saying, you know? So Cannibal Corpse, Impaled, Torture Rack, knock yourself out, kid. G.G. Allen, kind of the same thing. Most of his lyrics, though quite decipherable compared to a lot of death metal, it's still so wild and ridiculous that it's hard to take seriously. And never mind just kids, but what human period is gonna wanna roll around in their own shit after hearing Gigi? And Gwar, AC, Slayer, same thing. So now here's the short list where I'd say, wait till you're 18, kid, because what you've got, these following two bands, they give very, very vividly detailed accounts of real life stuff. And because the lyrics combined with the music are just so perfectly matched, you could argue that for a young, impressionable mind still learning about the world, it's extremely influential, the music. Influential, fucking A. And I just don't think it's very positive. In fact, I think if a kid's unable to recognize it as more of a warning of what not to do, then it's both discouraging and defeating. And they just might be tempted to say, fuck it, if this is what the world's gonna be like, then fuck the world. I don't want any part of it. So band number one, from Boston, hardcore legends Blood for Blood. I don't think I need to do much explaining. I'll just play a couple short pieces in a second and I'll let you decide. Luckily, their vocals are pretty easy to understand, but it's just like the lyrics themselves alongside the very threatening sounding, depressing sounding, psychologically dark sounding music go together so well in bringing their feelings to life. And it is not a fun life, man. It's a life that, sadly, I think they'd be fine checking out of. But here,
I turn my back on society when society turns its back on me. I'll be an enemy of this world until the day I fucking die. I'm of the mind and the opinion that if something doesn't accept you, you do everything in your power to fucking destroy it. I don't care if it's the world, society, your family, or a fucking high school keg party. You do everything you can to hit back, to strike back, let go of some of that fucking hatred. I wanna poison this world the way it fucking poisoned me. I'm gonna do everything in my power to corrupt, to twist, to destroy, to rip apart, to poison. The end is drawing. Bring it on, bring it on.
killing me. These days go on with no end. This mileage only grow. I feel the end's coming soon, but I won't go alone.
And there are so many more instances of that outright nihilism and anger and rage. I mean, if you're a kid that's up against some shit, it's probably pretty easy to take refuge in Blood for Blood and then unfortunately subscribe to it fully. Or let's say it's the other way around. You got it relatively easy. In that instance, a situation could arise where you're now afraid of the fact that those types of people are indeed out there and they are not friendly, maybe even dangerous. That kid may be so afraid of the chance that he might cross paths with those types and thus not want to adventure out very far. It could create a sort of fear complex about the world that stunts ambition or drive. Also very sad. So I don't know, man. I just think that Blood for Blood's a very strict R-rated experience with a lyrical message that's so compelling, which is vehicled in by music that helps cement it even further, that I'm just like, I don't know, young chap. It's the perfect combination for maximum effectiveness in getting their point across, that it becomes very deeply influential to a young listener, but probably not in a good way. But I need to note, however, that I do very firmly believe in the importance of these Blood for Blood albums. Yes, their message is important because it helps reveal realities that I think often get overlooked. Those people only know sadness and misfortune and are victims, but I believe they deserve to be loved and valued like anybody else. And fuck, man, if you're one of them, just know that I'm in your corner and I'm pulling for you. The second band, at least the first two albums, because for the third, I think they were in a much better headspace and a little older and more mature. It's Superjoy and Ritual, one of Phil Anselmo's other bands besides Pantera and Down and others. Now, where Blood for Blood's two main themes seem to be alcoholism and hopelessness, Use Once and Destroy and the second release, A Lethal Dose of American Hatred, had Phil, as far as I'm aware, writing lyrics during a time when he was painfully caught up in hard drug addiction. With that, he was using his famous ability to convey crystal clear thoughts through lyrics to show a very disgusting, practically horrifying lifestyle that's unexplainable, to quote him on the Underground in America off Trendkill. And these scenarios were another situation where I think an impressionable listener may be, yes, scared of the potential of coming into contact with these types, or maybe think something like, shit, the world and the system seems so fucking hard to deal with that I doubt I'll ever accumulate all I need to be insulated from that shit. So is this the type of lifestyle I'm eventually fated for? Or you got another type of person who's excited by the stuff going on in Superjoy's lyrics. You know, the kind of kid who thinks it's cool and therefore he seeks out crime and drugs and darkness and all that type of stuff. You know, they want to get caught up in all of it, but they're not thinking of the consequences connected. So here's just like a couple pieces of things off Use Once and American Hatred.
You never look back. Didn't go. I never felt better. You didn't go. Now is it I am done? I need to finish words. I did it with my hands. I left inside myself. I committed a felony. Never had much trouble before. First time offender. Got put through the ringer. My bank account shrunk a lot. Set an example. But it feels good, just like the way it should. Now come on down, 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 down. Her mouth hangs low, cataract colored eyes. She smells like gold from the give up, give up, give up, give up, give up. But it feels good, just like the way it should. Now come on down, 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 down. Open up. See, I had some friends once before, who's not so much my friends anymore. I was for me. Every second counts. Die for me. And listen to with those. Die for me. Buried where you stand. Die for me. The ritual of a dead. Die for me. 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 Kill yourself. Kill yourself. Oh, kill yourself. Oh, kill yourself.
Now compare that stuff to Hammer Smashed Face, or Bite It You Scum, Dead Skin Mask, Mummified in Barbed Wire. I'd argue the chances of Blood for Blood and Superjoint stuff's way more likely to be actual things than wrapping somebody up in fucking barbed wire, man. Now I hope these thoughts don't come across as me knocking the bands, because no fucking way, man, not a goddamn chance in hell, because I fucking love Blood for Blood and Superjoint Ritual. I love the shit out of them. Blood for Blood because they were so much different than any other hardcore I'd heard before. My intro to that was Madball and Marauder. They seem to sing about everyday struggle while you're trying to climb out of it. Marauder, it's more about the system and the politics holding them down, but they were still in the fight. Blood for Blood, on the other hand, were all the way at the end, man. They gave up. Done. They were done dealing with the bullshit, and at that point, it was all about revenge on society. And musically, their guitar and bass tones were pretty similar to certain sludge and stoner bands, like kind of crusty and fuzzy a lot of times. So I don't know, man, it was just different, and I love them to this day. And Superjoint, I felt like they had an extremely interesting way of arranging their songs. Like when Phil gives advice to younger bands trying to find their style, he's like, pick 25 of your favorite bands and rip them off. Rip them off. And by God, did Superjoint put that into practice. Like you can hear the obvious Exploited or Drop Dead influence right next to Ozzy Sabbath or Hellhammer or something. And it had this brilliant cohesion that let the transitions between parts be absolutely seamless. So yeah, man, that's my take. I am aware that a counter argument is one that says something like, no, it's better to allow your kids exposure to these sorts of things at an early age to prepare them for things that may lie ahead so they know how to deal with them when the time comes. Which, hey, maybe that's a better way. I don't know. Again, I'm not a parent, so I got no experience. Maybe I'd see it that way if I were. But I'm just seeing it through the eyes that I had when I was 15 and hooked on Blood for Blood, because at that point in life, I was all, man, if this is how things are gonna be, fuck it all. With Superjoint, I was already older, so whatever, man, you know? So, alright, metalheads, hey, I don't know. What's your opinion? Do you have kids? Do you try to keep an eye on the stuff that might be influencing them outside of the house and stuff? Let me know, because why not? Alright, if you like this video, cool, man. Maybe you can give it a thumbs up, or if you just like hearing somebody bullshit about metal or talking shit yourself, hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time in this here spew space, but until then, do whatever you want, man. I don't know. Stay metal, maniacs.